Hello everyone, the Warm-Up channel is with you, and today we will talk about the situation at the front, what's the latest news and what has changed over the past day. And let's start as always with the losses that Russian army suffered over the past day. Namely, Russia lost is 300 liquidated personnel, 11 tanks, 24 armored personnel vehicle, 17 artillery system, 1 aircraft, 7 UAV and 23 vehicles, full tanks. Also today Putin made an appeal to the peoples where he announced the beginning of a partial mobilization in the country, and in fact this appeal caused a very big negative on the part of Russians. Namely, in the Telegram channels there was literally a panic. There is talk that let's first send the children of deputies to die in a foreign country. Therefore, especially for this reason, the Russians reacted to this appeal as negatively as possible, since no one really has any motivation to fight in a foreign country. The Russian parliament also adopted a law where it increased the responsibility for not appearing at the military registration and enlistment office during mobilization, as well as for avoiding it. The demand for tickets and flights to other countries has also grown. A lot of Russians are trying to leave the country before they are banned from leaving. A lot of tickets are bought to Turkey and other countries where Russians are still accepted. Also in Google Trends, the demand for search has increased. Russians make such a request: how to leave Russia, how to get a reprieve, and even increase in demand for how to break your arm is what Russians are looking to Google now to avoid being drafted into the army. But now let's talk about what changes have taken place on the fronts. Russia continues to shell the entire border of the Kharkiv region especially goes to such cities as Vovchansk and Kupiansk. Which is located as close as possible to the borders with the Russian Federation. It is also reported that Ukrainian troops managed to gain a foothold on the opposite side of the Oskol River and create a foothold for further offensive on the opposite bank. It also appears that in the city of Svatov, Ukrainian troops destroyed the Russian base where the fighters of the Russian army who had just arrived for reinforcements were located. There is also good news from Donetsk direction, namely Yarova was completely liberated by Ukrainian troops, and there is already a photo confirmation of this. It is also reported that the settlements of Sosnovo, Studenok and Alexandrovka managed to free themselves. Now also in the morning there was reports that the Ukrainian troops had begun an assault on Liman. The battles are already going inside the city. As a result of these battles, most likely they will already be known closer to midnight, but for now we are praying and hoping that everything will work out in the armed forces of Ukraine. On Yampol there is no information, but most likely it is still under the control of the Russian Federation. There also confirmed the liberation of Bilogorivka. It's situated here. A lot of videos appeared from there, so you can already officially declare that Bilogorovka is liberated. I repeat, it opens a bridgehead for us for a further attack on Lysychansk, but most likely the Ukrainian army will enter from the two sides. Some news is the coming days until we can free Liman, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, time will show us the truth. There is also reports of battles in the Solidar, Krasna Gora and Bakhmut. Russian troops do not stop trying to enter Bakhmut, but so far all the attacks have been unsuccessful. They just suffer huge losses on this sector of the front has not changed in any way. Zaporizhzhia direction unchanged, shelling from both sides. So far there has been no news from here. In the Kherson region, similarly, everything remains the same. There is no information about the release of settlements at that moment, so we will wait. We will wait for good news in the near future. But that's all for me. Thank you all for your attention. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to channel so you can support me. Thank you all for your attention, and see you tomorrow.